Your family's eating dinner while you're out in your truck smoking, drinking, and listening to 108.9 The Hawk.
It's time.
Geoff the Angry Man Garlock.
The disease, and I'm the cure.
Whisp Turlington.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Keg Stand. Jason Gore.
Resistance is futile.
Art Spart.
In your drink.
If those names don't frighten you, you haven't been listening to the Geoff and Whisp Show. And here they are. Geoff the Angry Man Garlock and Whisp Turlington. Oh, good Friday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good Friday morning to you.
Not Good Friday.
No.
Comma morning.
It's a Good Friday morning.
It's a Good
It just
Friday.
happens
This
to
is
be
not a religious thing, people.
An average Friday.
I mean, in the grand scheme, it's average Friday. Average Friday to you.
An average Friday to you, Geoff, right here on the Geoff and Whisp Show, 108.9 The Hawk, getting things started on this Friday morning. I am, of course, your favorite radio curmudgeon, Whisp Turlington.
And I, of course, am the surprisingly not as angry sometimes, but still pretty angry, Geoff the Angry Man Garlock.
Yeah, a lot of people say we mellowed out, and to you, I say,
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Go to fucking hell,
Yeah,
please.
you want to mellow, you head on over to our rival station, 98.6 The Squirt. That's the mellowest shit I've ever heard.
Might as well
It's
just call
lit.
it Mellow Yellow over there. I mean, please.
What you call it?
Because I'm peeing on their studio.
Okay. I thought it was a
It's
Donovan
mellow
reference.
It's a Mellow Yellow. I've been drinking
Mellow yellow.
just enough water, but
Just
enough to also make you know you need some more.
You should
some more water.
You're getting a little close to
Peeing out some vitamins here.
dark. It's
open.
I'm just peeing out so many Flintstone vitamins. I got a little Bam Bam that just comes out.
My God. Sometimes I think
probably-
I've got a kidney stone, and then I realize, nope, it's just a full Flintstones vitamin coming out of my urethra.
What was their dog's name? Dork? What was
Dino, not Dork.
Dino. I knew it was a D
Interesting.
name.
Dork.
I knew it was a D name. That's where my brain went. Hey, it's 6:05 on 108.9 The Hawk, and my God, I am jazzed, Geoff. Jazzed. Can I say how jazzed I am?
Yeah, I've heard that you're jazzed. I got the ticker coming in saying you're jazzed.
Buddy Miles. That's how jazzed I am right now.
Charles
Buddy Miles.
Mingus.
I am Charlie Parker, jazzed right now, because of course this weekend is my annual. Everybody's gonna be there.
Oh my God.
Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout, happening right on the outside of Turlington Manor. It's happening all weekend long. That's Saturday, that's Sunday, and everyone's gonna be there. I'm gonna run the list for you. These are all the important people that are gonna be there, and I mean, there's probably more.
These are important, beautiful people.
Important people, important, beautiful people in Whisp Turlington's life. And I start with Nick Nolte,
Of course.
Jeff Lynne from Electric Light Orchestra.
He was already there.
He fucking lives there, man. He should be paying me rent, honestly.
God.
He's opening cognac after cognac. Since that last Electric Light Orchestra tour, Jeff Lynne's Electric Light Orchestra tour
Thank you.
ended, he is just like, I've got nothing to do anymore, mate. And he's just drinking up all my cognac.
When Adam
And
Sandler wrote Billy Madison, he's like, I need Norm Macdonald to play a character. Who will he be? He'll be
Who
my
will he be?
bummy good friend who just hangs out by the pool looking at porno mags.
Oh my God.
Little known fact, came from Jeff Lynne living at your house.
Oh my God! Is that a wait? Is that
That's
a
a
good
little
rock
known fact.
Is that a good rock fact or a little known
No. This
fact?
is a little known fact.
Okay, good, Scotty. He's got his
You
finger
don't
on
need
the
the bed
button.
for
I
a
see
little
it.
known fact. That's
Okay,
just
good.
That's just free of charge.
Hey, Jimmy Page is going to be there. He's going to perform all of Outrider.
Finally.
My favorite Jimmy Page record. All of his, 1988 solo record, Outrider.
Most people, when they say, give me some Page, they're talking 88 Page.
They're talking 97 Page.
97 Page.
They're talking, 92 Coverdale Page.
Oh, my God. That's prime Page right there.
That's like, That's good eats. That's good eating right there.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy page.
That's a spicy Jimmy Page. And of course, Jimmy Page's magical unicorn Jeffrey's going to be there. Barry Gibb accepted. Barry Gibb accepted. We are ending our beef officially at the Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout this weekend. It's going to be beautiful. It's, I'm not trying to take the place of Morris or Robin, but I could.
Will he be bringing some Barry beef?
He better be bringing that Barry beef.
His wonderful chopped meat. All Australian animals.
All Australian. We got wombat.
Oh, you got a wombat.
You got
koala.
Kangaroo.
Wallaby.
Crocodile.
That's not a beef. This is a beef.
That's not a Barry beef. And then,
this
of course,
is a Barry beef.
Peter Cetera, my music director, he's gonna be doing the band. It is Paul Schaeffer's band, the most dangerous band.
Yeah, but without Paul.
Paul's not invited this year.
You said favorite and beautiful, and we're not going to say which one he ain't, but it isn't one of them.
I'll just say, Schaeffer, you know what you did last year's party.
My God.
Paul Schaeffer, you're watching this on YouTube because that's how everybody consumes podcasts now. Paul Schaeffer, you know what you did.
Look.
You better look in the camera, motherfucker. You know what you did at last year's Here Comes Spring's Motherfucker Cookout at Turlington Manor, and that's why you have been replaced, effectively, immediately, by Peter Cetera.
I gotta say, though, Jennifer Love Hewitt did a wonderful Paul Schaeffer in her I Know What You Did Last Picnic.
My God, I was like, give her the Oscar.
I got straight away. Like, throw it at the screen when you're watching it in the movie theater.
Throw it, and I was like, is Paul doing this movie? Is he playing himself in this movie?
He's got a lot more hair. Right?
A lot more hair. Natasha Lyonne gonna be there. Rick Wakeman, Robert Wagner, Joy Behar, Joe Perry. The bassist from the Foo Fighters, I have no fucking idea what his name is.
Nate Mendel.
Scotty, write that down.
Write it down so you don't embarrass yourself.
Well, Scotty's my right-hand man in these situations. He whispers
in your ear
names.
the whole time.
He's like, this is Rick Wakeman. But he doesn't.
Rick Wakeman wants to do his stand-up today. Let him do 5 minutes.
Yeah, I had to let him do it.
You have to.
The only stand-up comedian with all of these gigantic mogs all around him, and he's pulling all of these different plugs and plugging it in, and he's like, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, mate?
Isn't that weird, mate? Isn't that weird? And he's just modular synths, and he never plays them, though. That's just his mouth sounds.
That's just his mouth sounds. Speaking of mouth sounds, Michael Winslow's going to be there.
You know he's going to be there.
He's going to be there. We've also got Patrick Stewart. P-Stews, my man, he's grill master this year.
Will he be bringing his erotic cakes? If you remember the wonderful SNL skit he was in.
Oh, God, I love a skit. Let's see who else is going to be there. Everybody who is anybody's going to be there. Of course, Sandra Bullock, old Sandy's going to be there.
Of course.
Looking forward to it. Allison Brie, Melissa Joan Hart, really? Kirk Cameron, Candace Cameron Bure,
Boo,
Mark Ruffalo in full Hulk costume. I said, look, Ruffalo, you want to come this year? You better be hulking out.
You gotta hulk out.
I want you to go over. Of course, Sharnies is providing a lot of the food tomorrow. Thank you so much, Sharnies. No one eats for free at Sharnies.
No one eats for free at Sharnies.
All the Barry's beef is coming from Barry Gibb, but everything else is coming from Sharnies.
Oh my God! It's coming from Sharnies.
And Mark Ruffalo, is he carrying it all over from Sharnies when he hulks out?
He's doing it. Bill Bixby, ripped up pants, dick out, walking style.
That was my favorite part of the TV version.
Oh,
of the Hulk,
my God.
Is that the dick was always out.
It's like when, you're watching Incredible Hulk.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, man, he really went through it this time. The Hulk had some trials and tribulations, and he has to walk to the next town.
My God.
With his pants completely ripped and his Incredible Hulk hanging right down, and it's just shocking. It's embarrassing.
Shocking. Little known fact: when Lou Ferrigno played the Hulk in that show, he didn't play the dick part. Bill Bixby he said contractually, "I want the dick to always be mine." That's just the Bixby for you. He wanted to show off his little Bixby, if you know what I mean.
Wait, Scotty, is this a good Bixby fact?
Oh, this is a GBF.
Okay, let's take it. Let's take it from the top.
If you want a good Bixby fact, you gotta understand that every time he left that town in those tattered pants, or if he was hulked out, it was Lou Ferrigno in the body and Bixby in the dick. And a tear fell down all of our eyes, knowing he had to move on, dick in hand. And if the unfortunate part, if you're not watching this, people, and you gotta be watching The Hawk.
You gotta be watching.
Because the little known fact, if you're just getting the audio version, you don't get that Wisp is one of the best interpretive dancers you have ever seen.
I was not fishing for that. I was not just.
Kate Bush learned everything
and arms
from Wisp.
And hands on the eyes.
You should see Wisp do the Wuthering Heights swing, the arm swing.
Now I'm forming the ball. I'm forming the ball. I'm forming the ball. And that is, of course, you mentioned another great show from the 80s, Bixby and the Dick. Bill Bixby's show after the Hulk. That was kind of like a,
it was like BJ and the Bear.
BJ and the Bear, but
it was a truck driver with a monkey, but in this case, he was a detective in his dick.
Yep, just a detective in his dick.
And the crazy part is the Bixby and the Dick referred to the detective. And the Bixby returned to his dick, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to talk more about my party. Don't worry about that. We're going to talk about it. We're going to find out who is really invited to this
So
thing.
many people.
Because it's crazy. And why did I say that? What? Of course I said it's crazy because that's a reminder this afternoon. I love the talking part of this song. It's like Steven Tyler's setting the scene for what is truly crazy. Girl, you gotta change your ways.
They didn't even plan on this being in the song. He was just doing this in the studio, and then after, someone looked around and went, "Were we rolling on that?"
Yeah,
and
Brad Whitford's like, Steve, shut up. Steve, it's me, Brad Whitford, in Aerosmith with you for years. Shut up, man. The mic's
Steve
on.
didn't even know who he was looking at. He was like, who the hell is this guy talking to me?
He was looking at. But I can tell you, I know what I'm looking at and hearing all weekend long. It's the 15 songs from Aerosmith every hour weekend. It's kicking off this afternoon with the Truck and Greg Show. Now, that is 15 songs from Aerosmith every hour. We're talking the Columbia drugs era. We're talking the Geffen drugs era. And if it's Aerosmith, you get way too much of it all weekend long right here on 108.9 The Hawk.
And we hear what you've been saying, too.
What have they been saying, Geoff?
The people of Valverde keep saying that this takes up the entire hour every single time.
What?
And we're just like, not all the time.
Not all the time. We're going to slip in some commercials.
We'll get some.
We're going to talk in between Sweet Emotion and I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Radio edit.
You don't want to miss a thing. That's the
I
thing.
don't want you. And you don't want to miss the 15 songs from Aerosmith every hour weekend kicking off. And of course, that's brought to you by our fine folks down at King of Paint, Montrose Street, Valverde. Stop losing your mind looking for paint. You can get it at King of Paint. Honestly, that should be Kings of Paint because it's run by three guys with big 80s hairdos who dislike each other as much as the original guys in the Police do. And Geoff, what are some of their custom colors you can get down there at King of Paint?
I got all your paint, King of Paint. Well, of course, you've got Every Paint You Paint, which is off yellow, and it's pretty disgusting, but it is a reference to a Police song.
It is definitely a reference to a Police song. Also, check out Roxanne. That's, of course, completely bright red. And you would think that the bright red would vanish when you turn out the light. But you don't turn out the red light. It still shines brightly at night. That's Roxanne, a paint color down at King of Paint.
Not to mention Message in a Paint Can, which, of course, is blue.
Kind of an aquamarine blue because of the whole ocean bullshit.
Bing, bang.
And then, of course, I just painted the study in Turlington Manor, this color, thanks to the guys down at King of Paint. And of course, that's Don't Brush So Close to Me. It's a nice mauve. Highly recommended. It's the no fade. And it's also, it doesn't mark up like those other paints where you put your hand on it and then you just got a handprint.
Happens all the
like
time.
The police just rush into Turlington Manor and they're like, get on the wall! And I have to put my hands up and I'm just like, well, this is going to leave a print, officer. Clearly.
It's a fact.
Oh, my God. Well,
Stuart's over there complaining about time signatures. My God.
Stuart Copeland from the Police. He's going to be at the Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout.
Will be.
That's going to be good. But you get your ass in your car and you head on down to King of Paint, Montrose Street, right next to Crosby, Stills, Nash and Lunch in the Montrose Shopping Center in Val Verde. Ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta say, though, we have to say,
Please
this is a good reminder. This was for King of Paint.
Oh.
Not Kings of Paint, which, of course, is the paint store owned by three brothers from Kings of Leon.
Oh, my God.
Don't get confused, because those paints are just straight terrible.
These paints are on fire! That band sucks.
Just stinks.
And, of course, we got to do traffic.
108.9 The Hawk traffic with Art Spart.
Wow! Clown to the left of me. Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle of traffic. Have I sang that song before when I'm giving a traffic report? I will be honest with you, I don't know. But what I do know is there is traffic. We have a backup on Eddie Vedder Lane all the way to Mookie Blaylock Avenue because of all of these clowns and jokers, literally and figuratively. Now on the left side of Val Verde, with, of course, Hog Street being the dividing line, we have clowns because it's a clowning convention. Now, we aren't talking about Bozo the Clown style clowns or even Insane Clown Posse. We are talking about the new comedy craze, which is an old comedy craze of the art of a clown. What's the difference? Well, it means that the left of Hog Street is jam-packed with either 20-year-olds or 65-year-olds, half naked, no clown paint on, and covered in fake blood as they all do their clown routines. Now, when you watch it, you might think, this is funny? Maybe. But even if I don't think it's funny, I'm not going to tell anyone. I think that because everyone seems to be acting like they love it. You know what? Maybe I'll just back up slowly to the other side of the street. And if you do that, oopsies, you'll be right smack dab in the middle of the gathering of the Jokeros. Of course, that's right. That is the convention of fans of Joker 2 Folie Du. Now, that you don't have to act like you like it. But don't tell that to any of the fans of that movie who are hanging out together, creating a traffic kerfuffle. They might be more insufferable than the people trying to act like they understand clowning. So if you want to get out of that traffic jam, don't go left or right, just straight down Hog Street, all the way to the end past Lane Staley Lane to a taping of, you guessed it, Impractical Jokers, who are celebrating their 1 millionth episode with a grand celebration. You always wondered who actually watched that show? Valverdians, baby. And proud of it. So goddamn proud of it. And that's been kind of traffic from the Bird's Funeral Flowers traffic desk. I'm Art Spart on 108.9 The Hawk.
With Bird's Funeral Flowers, with Bird's Funeral Flowers.
I mean, come on, admit it. You're waiting for this one to come up later today with Truck and Greg, but I'm going to play it prematurely. Oh, it's Aerosmith on The Hawk. If you want to see 8 of the beefiest men in Val Verde grinding to nothing but Mandolin Rain by Bruce Hornsby in the Range, then you know you gotta pull that sweet ass down to Chestnuts, Val Verde's only all-male dance review. And believe me, these legendary hunks have got the moves. Dancers like the handyman you hired off an app.
Say, got any screws that need screwing round here?
Officer Good Sex.
You're under arrest for turning me on.
Chesty Steve.
I don't use body oil.
I use me, the 28.8 kbps modem. Calm down, Modem. Jesus. Kids can hear this. Just sliding through Tony.
On the stage, I just slide under legs, under chairs, and into your purse so you can take me home.
The audiobook cassette from Cracker Barrel with absolutely no label.
If it pleases the jury, allow me to get on the floor and grind.
And Jake the Snake Ate My Dad Hogan.
No, you gotta believe me. The snake was huge. One moment my dad was right there, and then one moment he wasn't. But the snake was, and it winked at me.
Chestnuts. With all that heat on stage, you're gonna need a change of pants.
So please remember to bring a change of pants.
Also, remember, if you have nuts to roast, feel free to use their free roaster in the alley behind Chestnuts. Chestnuts, 824 Hog Street, Valverde.
He's a dental student paying off his tuition by becoming the indentured servant of an entire town run by the Crest toothpaste family. And hilarity ensues. Anthony Michael Hall is Charles Farts, and America's 7th favorite syndicated sitcom from 1986, Farts with a Z. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoon only on Channel 8. Your home for great shit.
The Geoff and Whisp Show. Every morning on 108.9 The Hawk. True story. I knew the Jessica that the Allman Brothers wrote about. Really? My first wife. Jessica.
Not Sharon Stone.
No, that was 7th.
Oh, right.
That was 7th.
Numbers get confused.
And Sharon, if you're watching, decks are wide open, baby. Decks are wide open. In fact, if everyone knows, I have finish it. Blah, blah, blah. Do.
You think it's not
My
over?
first wife, Jessica. And she'll marry in Whisp Turlington, and they'll be married forever, but actually just for a week. Allman Brothers on 108.9 The Hawk. Yep.
Just reveling.
You're not going to add anything to that?
The thing is, I usually do, but I saw Wisp was having a moment here. You were having a moment thinking about your ex-wife. You were thinking about how many notes they fit in at the end of that song, and you couldn't believe that the song was over, but they just kept going on that neck. And I was like, I could say something jackassery right here, but how about I just let it happen?
I'm shocked. I thought you would say something. I thought for sure Keg Stan would say something, or Dirtbag Sidekick over here.
I respect your former love, Keg Stan.
And I will see you tomorrow, Keg Stan, at the Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout at Turlington Manor. That's gonna be real good. Scotty's gonna be there. Scotty, Geoff, Melinda Tilt are gonna be there. Big Truck. Big Truck's gonna be there. And
I heard a Geoff.
Greg Lemon Sour is going to be there.
I don't want him
Mickey Mac is going to be there. Jason Gore is going to be there.
Jason Gore, even though we shat all over him.
I know. It's crazy.
Episode.
Like, he is literally the lackey of the station right now because he was in charge of everything and then he blew it. He blew it. He knows what he did, but he's going to be eating a lot of Gibb beef. Berry beef. Gotta get that berry beef tomorrow at my cookout. It's gonna be good. We're still running the list. We are still running the list.
Waiting for at least one name to show up on there.
Oh, could it be Drake?
Not exactly who I was thinking, but sure, maybe. Drake being there is exciting.
Drake's
I see you're on the Drake side of the Drake versus Kendrick.
Oh no, I am clearly Kendrick Lamar. On the beef.
But when it comes to picnics, he's still got to.
But when it comes to picnics, you gotta have Drake there.
You gotta have.
He's
Drake.
just fun at a picnic. It's not his fault.
No, God. No.
You know who else is fun at a picnic? Someone really close to me that I spend a hell of a lot of time with.
Who is that?
F. Murray Abraham.
You spend a lot of time with F. Murray.
All of the time. I mean, so much time with F. Murray Abraham. We must be hanging out all the time.
My God.
So
can I ask you then a question for your good, beautiful friend?
Yes.
What does the F stand for?
Fantastic.
His legal first name is Fantastic Murray Abraham.
Yep.
My
fantastic.
God.
That's why, I mean, if it's something so just like out there and kind of like braggadocio right from the start, you're just going to say F. You don't want to lay that sort of mindset on people.
I wonder
You
if
don't
the
want people to
actors
make it-
union was just like, you can't call yourself fantastic.
There's already a fantastic Murray
fantastic.
Abraham. You're gonna have to change your name.
He was a silent film star, fantastic Frankie, and he was just so good.
He was just so goddamn good. Oh, you wanted to hear the Geoff name.
Who's
Who's coming to my big
you
cookout?
Said Geoff Tilt.
I
and then
am sorry. I understand. I see where you're coming from. I apologize. Jeffrey Rush will be at the Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout at Turlington Manor this
Playing
weekend.
his
I know you
character
were
from
worried,
Shy.
Geoff.
I was
know
a
you
little
were worried.
worried.
You were like, I hope Jeffrey Rush, and he's going to be in full pirate makeup.
Oh, Captain Barboca. Bosa. Whatever the hell is
Who is Captain Barboca?
Oh, Barboca. That was actually in the Turkish version I watched that I rented from Kimmy's bootleg video down on Hog Street.
Don't go there. If
No,
you're gonna,
no.
Yeah, don't. Don't.
The thing about Kimmy's bootleg video is you think they're going to have all the interesting movies, and then it's like that back alley in the movie 8mm that Joaquin Phoenix is selling you snuff films in.
Oh, my God.
We all know that reference.
We all know that. Come on. That's a reference for everybody.
TikTok won't stop talking about the movie 8mm starring Nicolas Cage. Why wouldn't comedians do an entire comedy sketch based around Nicolas Cage auditioning to play the part 8mm? That's just a guaranteed way to make your career just shoot off to the sky.
You do that, it's just like, you're getting a good old guffaw from the Whisp Turlington.
You're going straight to Fridays with that one.
I love a good 8mm reference and a skit. 1-2, that's the 1-2 punch known in comedy. And this is the 1-2 punch known as news.
All the news you can use, or the news you can lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
All right. Well, the Ferris wheel did come down today. We knew it was coming. Of course, the Ferris wheel built in 1976 down there near Sharney's Tower in downtown Valverde. A lot of deaths lately.
Oh my God, so many deaths.
So many. Every time you get on it, Geoff, you're like,
who's going to die?
Who is going to die this time? It could be me.
Could be me.
It could. Now, Victor, the guy
Could be that guy over there. Usually it's that guy over there.
And it could be Stan. And you hope that it's Stan.
We would be psyched it was Stan.
Oh,
but
my God.
amazingly, Stan never died on the Ferris wheel.
Never died. I don't know why. It's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of buying him season passes to the Valverde Ferris wheel.
I tried pushing him off just once.
Really?
I said, fuck it. Let's just get straight to the chase.
What, did
Push
you
him off the Ferris wheel. He grabbed on like a rhesus monkey, flipped around, back in the thing. And I was like, well, you won this round, Stan.
That's the problem with Stan. You try to kill him, but he does that whole rhesus monkey thing.
His
what am I gonna do with
toes
this?
act like hands.
What am I going to do with this?
But
Stan,
R.I.P. to the power.
R.I.P.
The rest in power to the Ferris wheel.
The rest in Ferris to the power wheel.
Wow.
If that's
rest in Ferris Bueller to the power wheel.
It's a tough day for Valverde, but just know we're building a bigger, better.
Bigger, bitter, and better.
A bigger. We will build him bigger.
We will build him
bitter,
better,
and
bitter and beggar.
He'll be so bitter about his podcast career. He'll be huge. We'll build him. We'll get you a new Ferris wheel, Valverde. Your news story, go.
My news story. People are saying, here's my actual news here, that the reason the Ferris wheel finally went down, all of those frat kids who were taking it to the screws. It was
taking it to the screws.
Yes. Can you believe it? We thought it was just because of poor construction, poor engineering, all these years, people dying left and right. But the thing that finally took it down is all these fraternities at Valverde Community College, for the hazing, they said, you got to take off one screw.
One screw at a time.
From the Ferris wheel, bring it to me, and shove it up your ass.
And right up where it will stay.
And I got to say, there were a lot of screws up college kids' asses, if you know what I mean.
I have heard so much from Dr. Jimmy where he's just called down to Valverde Memorial Hospital and he's like, what? Another screw in the ass? You know I can't do anything about that. Everybody laughs. Screw stays in the anus.
We don't have any proctologists in Valverde.
No proctologists.
That's what Dr. Jimmy says. He says, I do it all but the butt.
I do it all. That was his sequel to the song, The Butt.
Oh, I thought it was
And
a
the Nookie.
sequel.
It
to
was a-
Nookie.
it was a
I do it all but
crossover
the butt.
sequel.
I do it but the butt.
What?
What?
You can take my butt and shove it up your ass. And you're just like, wait a second. Now, this is just a never-ending... This is a snake eating its tail, isn't it?
It's crazy. In his version, you can hear the oohs, but you still have someone in the background going, ooh, over ass. butt.
Oh. And then you got
Racked
Corey
up.
Feldman out there just dancing on stage like he dances with
It's so nice that Corey Feldman got that Buckethead style kill switch on his guitar, so
my
his
God.
solos could sound even
So
more
good.
messed up.
So good. When he's dancing with Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit, it's like Michael's back on stage.
Johnny Depp is like, I bequeath my
The
scarf
real
to
Michael
you.
Jackson. The real Michael Jackson, of course. Not
Johnny
not
Depp
one of
is the real
million-
Michael Jackson?
Oh, no. Don't never say that.
Oh,
Don't
I was
ever
got
say
worried
that.
there.
No,
I thought
no.
because we already had established there's the real Michael Jackson, and then there's
We
all
have
of
to
the Michael
move
Jackson
on
clones.
now.
Yeah,
before
we are
it-
getting into the
We don't want the
weeds.
Sultans of Swing catching wing and done this.
It's time for weather on 108.9 The Hawk.
Yeah, that's right. It's cold, baby.
Oh, it's
It is cold as hell as you're getting out to your car and you're just chiseling off all of the fucking ice and everything you got to get off your windshield so you can go to your slob job. 6:27 on the Geoff and Whisp Show.
And again, of course, that is sponsored by the Window Guys. The number one windshield replacement company in Valverde, the Window Guys. When you've chiseled off the ice and you forgot that there was also glass under there.
When
the
you've
Window Guys.
Oh, I went early. When you've chiseled off the ice and forgot that the window's under there. The Window Guys. Okay.
Beautiful.
Fine sponsors. Fine sponsors of weather on 108.9 The Hawk. Oh, we're so much to celebrate this weekend. We're, of course, celebrating the 15 songs from Aerosmith every hour weekend. And a lot of people say, hey, Wisp, hey, Geoff, how do you squeeze 15 Aerosmith songs in 1 hour? And I'll tell you, we've squeezed some of them down. They're going to be really fast. So
Some
like
of them we
Pink,
play on 2x speed.
some of them
Like
are
crazy
3
people who listen to podcasts on that version.
Pink, I'm a leg out Yolanda. It's going to be very fast.
Janie got a gun. Janie got a gun.
What did Daddy do?
Daddy's like, I owe
you. You may find a new Aerosmith that you like even more by listening.
I gotta say, I love Aerosmith. You know that.
oh, God,
I think
I know.
they're the
You've got your
greatest
one-man
band that has
band.
ever existed.
You had
And
your
they-
one-man Aerosmith band.
One-man Aerosmith band.
Deuces
exactly.
are mild that you perform
Deuces are
with
mild.
all the time, so I know how much you love Aerosmith. You don't have to tell me. Who are
But-
you telling? Jesus.
Lately, I've been realizing I might like Aerosmith more when it sounds like the Chipmunks are covering them.
Oh, God.
My God. And every once in a while, you have Dave just go, Steven, in the background. And it's fantastic.
Joe! Brad Whitford!
And then everyone in Aerosmith looks around and goes, who the hell's Brad Whitford?
They're like,
and you
"Wait,
can hear them
there's a guy
saying
named
it in the
Bradford?"
recording.
Yeah, and Joey Kramer's just holding up a bottle of his hot sauce saying, do you guys remember that? I made a hot sauce. I think literally every classic rocker has made a hot sauce, Geoff. Have you tried them all?
Oh, I've literally tried them all. I
let's
only
run them down.
All right. You got the Bunny Carlos hot sauce.
Yep.
It's called Bunny Hot.
Bunny Hot, which is plenty hot. I mean, you put that on, you could do a whole hot ones with all the classic rock hot sauces. Of course, Angus Young. It's got Schoolboy Sauce, which is a very bad name. And I told Angus when he told me Schoolboy Sauce, and he's like, because I've got a schoolboy outfit. And I'm like, no.
It's terrible.
That's disgusting.
It's almost as bad as Elton Straight to the John, which is Elton John's, where it's just so hot, just blows out your rectum right away.
I got a phone call from Bernie Taupin the other day, and he was like, I'm grilling some chicken, and I put some Elton sauce on there. And I got to tell you, Wisp, they had to put a colostomy bag in.
You have to.
That's how hot it is.
I mean, it's a good thing that Bernie Taupin makes his Bernie talcum powder.
Oh, my God.
For
you
after you
better
have the
that.
Elton Straight to the
After.
John, you're going to need some Bernie talcum powder. They are a great duo.
Def Leppard's are great. Of course, you got Let's Get Hot Sauced.
Of course.
Not very good title, but delicious hot sauce. On the mild side. On the mild side.
Also on the mild side, Presidents of the United States of Hot Sauce.
Yeah.
With their peach flavored hot sauce.
That's made with real peaches, folks.
That's real peach right there.
That is real peaches. And then, of course, Paige and Plant, they don't agree on performing anymore, but they do agree on hot sauce with Babe, I'm going to leave you a bottle of hot sauce, which is a milder hot sauce, but it's deep with the blues. Like, that they stole this hot sauce from somewhere.
My God.
You know this hot sauce has been going around for years.
It had a different name at one point. It definitely was just stolen from those people.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. I tell you, though, the hot sauce I've been enjoying a lot lately because you only need a little bit of it is just a tad, which is, of course, the one made by the band Tad. By Tad Doyle, the old Seattle grunge band.
Oh, my God.
With the album 8-Way Santa, and every single 8-Way Santa came with a little packet.
Of
just a tad hot sauce.
Just a tad hot sauce.
A little dab will do you.
These are all, we're going to be eating all of these. All of these all weekend long. And I'll tell you more who is coming out to my cookout, an annual cookout filled with friends, close friends and companions, and people that you love in your life that you want to be there all the time. And I'll tell you who else is going to be there. They're the type of people, like, if you happen to be knocking on heaven's door.
Oh my God, been there.
These are the people you want around at the Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout at Turlington Manor tomorrow. You're not invited, Valverde, but my friends are, including Mr. Robert Zimmerman. He will be there. He's playing with the band tomorrow. It's going to be great. It's Bobby Dylan on the Hog.
If you've recently suffered the loss of a loved one, you can be rest assured that if you visit Coopersmith Coffins, you will get the finest handcrafted coffin in all of Valverde. You can also be rest assured that you're not going to be left hungry because every coffin you purchase at Coopersmith Coffins comes with a free panini press. Coopersmith Coffins is a family business passed down from generation to generation. We've also been passing down panini presses to all of you since the 1980s, when we had a customer who couldn't afford to pay for their mother's coffin. Luckily for them, they had recently acquired a whole pallet of panini presses, and they said, "Have you ever tried a hot sandwich?" And we hadn't, and then we fell in love with it. Then we had too many panini presses, so we started giving them out, and that became our thing. And our other thing is giving you the best coffins in all of Valverde. So come down to Coopersmith Coffins. Have you ever tried toasting a PB&J? It's good.
There's just too many deals at the bottom of the Gulch at your local food Gulch. Check out these specials. Eggs. 2 eggs for $353. A peach, $523. Dried pinto beans, 1 sack, $200. And about that egg earlier, we're taking one of them back, but you still pay full Food Gulch price. All of the food that fell in the Gulch, Food Gulch.
All of the food that fell in the Gulch, Food Gulch, Food Gulch.
We're number 1, you shits, and we're not going back. 108.9, The Hawk. All of Deep Purple will be hanging out at my cookout, the Here Comes Spring Motherfuckers Cookout tomorrow at Turlington Manor.
Deep Purple so nice. Mach 1 to Mach 27, every single man.
Every mock there, and I hope I can convince them. I'm going to say, guys, how about we do a little smoke in the water? And I'm going to say it like that.
Will be a little hard because Richie won't show up.
Richie's not going to come.
There's a Ren fair. Member who's not going to come.
There's a Ren fair somewhere.
Yeah, there's a Ren fair. I mean, that's his motto.
I get it.
You ask him, "Hey, Richie, what are you doing this weekend?" He goes, "There's a Ren fair somewhere."
I'll go to the Ren fair somewhere to be at.
And it's like, all right, Richie, I guess we don't hang out anymore.
I have to put out 27 more Blackmore's Nights records this weekend, so there you go.
Like, whatever. I mean, I guess Loot's going to not play itself and record itself again this year.
I guess go tie up your shirt and go record some more records, Richie.
Oh, my God. What are you going to do, Geoff? What are you going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you it is 6:42 right here on 108.9 The Hawk. And I also got to say, this is my moment to tell you I'm proud to be an American.
Oh, okay.
It's a new segment right here on 108.9 The Hawk on the Geoff and Whisp Show.
It's a good reminder that Wisp does have a great Truth Social site that we do need to check out.
Why am I proud to be an American by Whisp Turlington? And Geoff, I expect you to do one of these after.
One of these praying motions, or
this is just a setup with God. I say, Hello, God. It's me, Whisp Turlington. I'm about to do a patriotic thing on the radio again. Please make me don't sound like a dumbass and like a patriot. Love you. Mwah.
Kisses.
Amen. Okay. Why is Wisp proud to be an American? Because there ain't no limits on how you stop growing in America, baby. Does that make sense to you, Geoff? Because it makes sense to me. I'm ready for Canada to be part of our rock and roll nation. Because they got rock and roll. They got the Guess Who. They got Bachman Turner Overdrive. They got Neil Young.
This is all going up in real time on your True Social. Did you know that?
Yeah, Scotty's typing
guy's just typing it up as you just speak.
That's all I got today. That's all I got. And now it's your turn, Geoff. You have to do one too and make it good.
All right. Why am I proud to be an American? I'll tell you why I'm proud to be an American. Because I know that one day America will spread to Greenland and to some of the best rockers that have ever existed. You know, bands like... And then, Scotty, if you could do me a favor and just start inserting some bands from Greenland, because I'm not sure I'm going to come up with any bands from Greenland.
Let's just say...
But I know it's making me proud to be an American.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah, no, that's just how it ends.
Oh, okay, cool, then kill it.
Yeah,
well, proud to be an American, of course, brought to you in part by Crafty Jacks.
The Geoff and Wisp Show is brought to you by Crafty Jacks, Craft Store, and Children's Playground.
All the news you can use, or the news you can lose. It's news time on 108.9.
I'm sorry to do that, folks. Breaking news, Crafty Jacks, Craft Store, and Children's Playground just completely bum-rushed by the Valverde Police Department and shut down. All of their servers have been taken out, and the playground next door has been quickly dismantled. Geoff, your thoughts?
I gotta say, my main thought is I every time think that it's Crappy Jacks, not Crafty Jacks. But seriously, R.I.P. to that playground.
R.I.P. to that playground. A great playground. You would go down there, you would just see all of the just nastiest adult men just sitting in that parking lot. Like, they're clearly there for the crafts. They're clearly there for the crafts. But they're just staring at that playground.
My God.
And it made me feel bad every time I go, because, I've been scrapbooking a little bit.
Of course.
And I go in there and they're looking at it, and they look at me, and then they look back at the playground, and where am I going to go now? Michael's?
Forget about it.
Hobby
Dobby?
Hobby Dobby? Am I going to go to Hobby Dobby? Hell
I'm not going to
no.
go to Hobby Dobby.
I appreciate their outlook in politics, but
of course.
I will not be going to Hobby Dobby. Okay,
no.
please.
My God.
I
want to go to Crappy or Crafty Jacks, but...
Yeah, but now I'm not able to.
And not for the reasons, by the way, that the police most likely raided.
Right.
We all knew what was going on there, but we all knew that they also had great crafts.
Oh, my God. Great.
And your scrapbooking, by the way, is beautiful.
Thank you.
You have been doing wonderful collage work lately.
Well, I tell you what, sounds like somebody's gunning for an invite there. Invite there, Scotty.
I was just saying.
No, I'm just saying more.
Oh, and I'm loving the colors you choose, and I'm loving that the glue does not squirt out on the side of the pictures.
Which one was your favorite?
Oh, my God. Your collection of, again, going back to my favorite marks, and it was just all of the different deep purples that you made.
Oh, no. I was confused because, of course, I do have my favorite marks one that I did, which was Mark Wahlberg.
Of course.
And Mark Harmon.
Of course.
And Marky Mark, who I believe is a completely separate person from Mark Wahlberg.
Wait. Excuse me, baking powder, back up, beep, beep, beep.
Wait, is that back news?
People think that's one person?
Yes. Isn't that insane?
That seems insane.
It's like
You're telling me Marky Mark owns Wahlburgers, my second favorite restaurant.
My second favorite restaurant in Valverde. Oh God, if I could eat there every day,
it just makes me so happy that there's a billion Wahlburgers in Boston.
Yep.
There's one in the Toronto airport because Geddy Lee loves it so much.
Loves it.
And then one in Valverde.
The Wahlburgers, all and I can eat.
My God, if Rush ever played again, I'm hoping that instead of rotisserie chickens behind him, it's just a Wahlburger. But it's the Wahlburger brother who's the cook behind, flipping burgers the whole time. Paul Wall.
Those who like to eat must head on down to Wahlburgers. Get into the Wahlburger. Geddy Lee, gonna be there tomorrow. No Alex Lifeson.
No Alex Lifeson. Nah.
Not gonna invite you, Alex. I'm not doing it. You're a dork. You were mean. I read the Geddy Lee autobiography. You were fucking mean to Geddy Lee.
Mean man.
Way early on. Now, I love all the Rush. I love what happened in the middle, but I hold grudges. I do not forgive you. And if you show up,
you better
Alex
be ready
Lifeson,
to roll the bones, Alex Lifeson.
I'm gonna roll your bones.
Big time.
Big time. Okay, good. Okay, now what else? What else did you like about my scrapbooking, Geoff?
Oh, the scrapbooking? I thought that you picked a wonderful Trapper Keeper to put it in. No?
No.
I thought the construction paper that you choose is top of the line.
What about
good quality?
What about it, Geoff? What about it?
Oh, the stock. You used 18 stock. That stuff was thick.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Held on to those pictures that you chose. And I love that one page that just said, Wisp and Geoff, 2025. Just a vision board of what would happen for the two of us this year.
And then, of course, I had that one, and you didn't say anything, but I'm going to invite you to my cookout. Would you like to come to the Here Comes Spring Motherfucker Cookout, Geoff the Angry Man Garlock?
Come to
wonderful,
your picnic.
wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't say anything about my Austin Powers collage, but it's okay. It's okay.
Oh no,
It's okay.
that one I found offensive, and I didn't want to get in trouble for saying anything.
What?
You really focused on all the villains. Didn't want to get into it. That's why I just...
Come again.
Excuse me, baking powder?
Come again.
Again, this is why I didn't want to bring it up. I'm just happy to be... Hey, do you need me to bring anything to the picnic?
Scotty, we got a cancellation.
Excuse me?
We got a cancellation, Scotty. Geoff the Angry Man Garlock will not be coming.
Oh, Wisp.
To the cookout tomorrow.
Don't do this to me. Come on.
Based on what he just fucking said about my Austin Powers scrapbooking.
God damn it.
If there's one thing Geoff the Angry Man Garlock is good for, it's bringing on the heartbreak. It's Leopard on the Hawk. All of them will be there with their hot sauce. Do you want to get sauced? That would be a better name. Why didn't they fucking do that, Scotty?
Do you want to get sauced?
Sauce.